Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. It is said that no one truly knows a nation until one has been inside its jails. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. We owe our children, the most vulnerable citizens in any society, a life free from violence and fear. I am the captain of my soul. Once a person is determined to help themselves, there is nothing that can stop them. When a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. A good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. May your choices reflect your hopes, not your fears. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. When the water starts boiling, it is foolish to turn off the heat. A good head and good heart are always a formidable combination. But when you add to that a literate tongue or pen, then you have something very special. A nation should not be judged by how it treats its highest citizens, but its lowest ones. It always seems impossible until it's done. During my lifetime, I have dedicated myself to this struggle of the African people. I have fought against white domination, and I have fought against black domination. I have cherished the ideal of a democratic and free society in which all persons live together in harmony and with equal opportunities. It is an ideal which I hope to live for and to achieve. But if needs be, it is an ideal for which I am prepared to die. One of the things I learned when I was negotiating was that until I changed myself, I could not change others. After climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I am fundamentally an optimist. Whether that comes from nature or nurture, I cannot say. Part of being optimistic is keeping one's head pointed toward the sun, one's feet moving forward. There were many dark moments when my faith in humanity was sorely tested, but I would not and could not give myself up to despair. That way lays defeat and death. The brave man is not the one who has no fears, he is the one who triumphs over his fears. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin, or his background, or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is inspiring others to move beyond it. There is a universal respect and even admiration for those who are humble and simple by nature, and who have absolute confidence in all human beings irrespective of their social status. It is what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another. Without language, one cannot talk to people and understand them. One cannot share their hopes and aspirations, grasp their history, appreciate their poetry, or savor their songs. Resentment is like drinking poison and then hoping it will kill your enemies. There is nothing like returning to a place that remains unchanged to find the ways in which you yourself have altered. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite. Man's goodness is a flame that can be hidden but never extinguished. Let there be justice for all. Let there be peace for all. Let there be work, bread, water and salt for all. Let each know that for each the body, the mind and the soul have been freed to fulfill themselves. Sometimes it falls upon a generation to be great. You can be that generation. For to be free is not merely to cast off one's chains, but to live in a way that respects and enhances the freedom of others. Do not judge me by my successes. Judge me by how many times I fell down and got back up again. I am not an optimist, but a great believer of hope. Live life as though nobody is watching, and express yourself as though everyone is listening. Peace is the greatest weapon for development that any person can have. Overcoming poverty is not a task of charity, it is an act of justice. Like slavery and apartheid, poverty is not natural. It is man-made and it can be overcome and eradicated by the actions of human beings. Sometimes it falls on a generation to be great. You can be that great generation. Let your greatness blossom. You will achieve more in this world through acts of mercy than you will through acts of retribution. It is not where you start but how high you aim that matters for success. I have walked that long road to freedom. I have tried not to falter. I have made missteps along the way. But I have discovered the secret that after climbing a great hill, one only finds that there are many more hills to climb. I have taken a moment here to rest, to steal a view of the glorious vista that surrounds me, to look back on the distance I have come. But I can only rest for a moment, for with freedom come responsibilities, and I dare not linger, for my long walk is not ended. There is no easy walk to freedom anywhere, and many of us will have to pass through the valley of the shadow of death again and again before we reach the mountaintop of our desires. One cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it will not happen. If you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. As I have said, the first thing is to be honest with yourself. You can never have an impact on society if you have not changed yourself. Great peacemakers are all people of integrity, of honesty, but humility. A freedom fighter learns the hard way that it is the oppressor who defines the nature of the struggle, and the oppressed is often left no recourse but to use methods that mirror those of the oppressor. At a point, one can only fight fire with fire. Led from the back, and let others believe they are in front. What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others that will determine the significance of the life we lead. There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. As I walked out the door toward the gate that would lead to my freedom, I knew if I didn't leave my bitterness and hatred behind, I'd still be in prison. We know too well that our freedom is incomplete without the freedom of the Palestinians. Freedom is indivisible. The chains on any one of my people were the chains on all of them. The chains on all of my people were the chains on me. I am not a saint, unless you think of a saint as a sinner who keeps on trying. As we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. A leader is like a shepherd. He stays behind the flock, letting the most nimble go out ahead, whereupon the others follow, not realizing that all along they are being directed from behind. There is no passion to be found playing small, in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living.